So something big is on the horizon for 2026. We're talking about a major cosmic event. The planet Ketu is going to move through a star constellation called Maga. Now, this isn't just some minor astrological shift. Oh no, the source material we're looking at today predicts this will be a period of profound karmic cleansing, one that could literally reshape our world. So what on earth does that actually mean? Well, let's get into it.
Okay, so first, let's get the timeline straight, because this is super important. The main event, you could say, runs from March 29th all the way to December 5th, 2026. But you're going to want to circle June and September on your calendars. Those are the months that are highlighted as being especially intense. You'll see why in a minute.
All right, here's the game plan for breaking this all down. First up, we'll introduce the main players, Ketu and Maga. Then we're diving into the predicted shockwaves for politics and the economy. After that, we'll look at the huge societal shifts on the table, and finally, we'll bring it home with some personal guidance on how you can navigate all this.
Okay, first things first. We have to get to know the two cosmic forces at the heart of this whole forecast. Seriously, understanding what Ketu and Maga are all about is absolutely key to getting why the predictions that follow are so dramatic.
So this is Ketu. In Vedic astrology, it's not a physical planet you can see with a telescope, it's what's called a shadow point. Think of it as the universe's agent of liberation and detachment. Its energy is all about sudden, unexpected events that basically force us to look at a deeper truth we might have been ignoring.
And then we have Maga. It's one of the 27 nakshatras, or constellations, in Vedic astrology. Its main symbol? The royal throne. So it's all about power, authority, status, and our legacy. It's also deeply connected to our ancestors, our roots. So what happens when Ketu's sudden, truth-seeking energy moves into this house of power and tradition? Well, that's when you get the potential for some serious fireworks.
All right, let's see how this powerful cosmic combo is expected to play out on the world stage. The predictions point to a massive shakeup, right in the halls of power.
So, the source material is predicting a time of really intense political instability. We're talking about high-ranking officials being exposed for scandals and fraud, which could lead to sudden resignations, even governments being toppled. The forecast even warns about potential assassination attempts, and it specifically calls out the east and southeast regions of the world as hotspots.
And this quote really gets to the heart of it. Ketu's fundamental job is to expose things, to unveil. It's the energy that rips away the curtain and shows everyone what's been happening backstage. So during this time, secrets that have been buried for who knows how long could just suddenly burst into the open. And the consequences could be huge.
Now get this. What's really fascinating here is just how specific this gets. The source pinpoints a particularly critical time for India-Pakistan relations, flagging April, July, and that whole stretch from mid-August to late September as periods of, really high tension and potential conflict.
And it's not just politics, you guys. This predicted turbulence is expected to send some major shockwaves right through the global economy, seriously challenging the financial structures we all rely on. Yeah, the forecast is pretty blunt. It warns of a potential major stock market crash, and this could apparently be triggered by something like a banking sector crisis or a huge corporation just going under, which, as you can imagine, might lead to widespread job losses. And that theme of sudden downfall we saw in politics? It continues here, with predictions of major CEOs, influencers, and even spiritual gurus facing a very public fall from grace.
And there they are again. Notice the dates? The source is specifically zeroing in on June and September of 2026. These are flagged as the months of maximum risk, when the potential for a really big market downturn is predicted to be at its absolute peak.
But listen, this isn't all just doom and gloom. It's not just about chaos and things falling apart. The real theme here is cleansing. The idea is that the old, corrupt, unstable structures kind of have to be torn down to make room for something new and hopefully more authentic to be built.
So what does that actually look like in society? Well, as all these hidden truths come out, we could see people seriously questioning institutions they've trusted for decades. And in response, they might start turning back towards ancient traditions, simpler ways of living. It could also be a time of amazing archaeological discoveries. But this rebuilding won't be a walk in the park. The source predicts that clashing egos could create a lot of conflict along the way.
Okay, so with all this dramatic, world-changing stuff happening, the really big question is, what does it mean for you? On a personal level, and how in the world are you supposed to navigate these turbulent times? Well, since MAGA is all about our ancestors, the source suggests you might start getting signs or a sense of guidance from your family line. The advice here is to really work on strengthening your own intuition so you can pick up on those signals. Things like meditation or chanting can help quiet all the external noise, helping you stay calm and centered so you can actually hear what the universe might be trying to tell you.
Now, for those of you looking for a really practical tool for stability and protection, especially when it comes to your job and your finances, the source recommends reciting something called the Ganesh Chalisa. The real secret sauce here is consistency. Reading or just listening to it regularly, and trying to do it at the same time every day, is said to build up this amazing shield of positive energy around you.
And that brings us right here to our final thought. Look, this whole transit is being described as a karmic cleansing. And yes, that might mean dismantling old systems that aren't working anymore, but it also presents a really rare, really powerful opportunity. Because when the old ground gets cleared away, it leaves behind incredibly fertile soil for new growth. So the question to leave you with is this. In your own life, as the old patterns fall away, what new foundation will you choose to build?